Okay, welcome. This is my video on what's inside of my camera bag. Now, currently I don't know how good the audio is because I'm using my Canon M50, which is a bit far away and my mic isn't very good. There might be a bit of echo, but I apologize for that in advance. The video is going to be shot with two different cameras. First this camera, and then I'm going to switch over to the new camera and show you what I got for 2022 coming up. And yeah, I think you'll be a little bit surprised by what I purchased. But let's first talk about the things that I did have. So the first thing that I had was the Canon M50, which is a camera I'm currently filming with. This is a great camera. The 1080p footage is quite good on it. It's small, it's compact, it's very versatile. It's a good camera. I would say anyone who's starting out vlogging or starting out doing like video work, you can't go wrong with this camera, not at all. I love the fact that it's got a flippy out screen, things like that. Battery life, not the best. The battery life is about half an hour, but you can buy the spare batteries on Amazon for cheap, so that's not too bad. And yeah, this camera's been great. The main reason why I decided to change it was because of its low light capabilities. It falls apart in low light, like absolutely falls apart in low light. Also, I really wanted to be able to record in 4K and good quality 4K. So this is why I have switched over. Now the bag that I've been using most of the time is this one here. This bag right here. This is my K&F concept bag. It's not waterproof, it's water repellent. I did spray it with my own sort of waterproof spray just to give it that extra level of protection. And it's a great bag, it's lightweight. It's got a lot of padding on it. It's got a nice big pocket in the front over here. It's got a nice big pocket over here as well, and this is where your laptop can go, and it's got quite a hefty little laptop pouch in there. It also secures the laptop for here, and it's nice and padded on both sides, may I add. Also, it's got a little, what's it called? I would call this probably a tablet pouch. On this side here, we've also got a little netted pouch here, and also you can fit stuff in here. So nice, healthy amount of storage in the front there. Moving on to the back, this is a rear opening back, which I do prefer, a rear opening back for safety reasons. You don't want everything on the front because someone could easily just unzip it and quickly grab your camera and they're gone. And depending on how expensive your camera gear is, that could be a very expensive mistake. Okay, so opening this up, here in the back, I've got nothing in it right now. I've got one like little 50mm lens, but that's basically it. And it's a good bag, you know, it fits a good amount. My Canon M50 literally with the mic can fit in this section here. So this can fit a full frame camera very easily. I can fit quite a bit of stuff. In terms of depth, it's about that deep, which is okay. And you know, you can adjust the bits as much as you like, and it's a good bag for that. So yeah, very well padded, very good. Coming onto the inside pocket, over here we have got a nice little see-through zip pouch so you can see what you're looking at, and you can put some stuff away over there. We've also got another little pouch at the top over here. In terms of comfort, the comfort of the bag is quite nice. It's got some decent padding on it, decent padding on the back. It's nice and ventilated. It also has a very useful little, what's it called? It's got a very useful tripod mount or tripod attachment section here. So all I can do is just pull this down, and then you can put the tripod leg in here. I'm using the tripod right now, so that's why I can't show you. And then the leg goes through here and into there, which is quite useful. There also is a little pocket here, which if I go into this right now, I've got some business cards in here, so that's that. And yeah, so that's the camera bag, and you know, it's a great camera bag. I really do like it. Also, I like the fact the bottom of it is using this very sturdy, hard, waterproof material when you put the bag down. And also a very useful thing is it stands upright. And the bag standing upright may sound like a silly thing to look at, but you know what? I'll tell you why that's useful in a moment. Also, the grip for the top is quite a nice grip. Okay, so that's that. moving on to the big boy bag. Okay. Whew. Here is the big bag. This is the Lowepro Pro Tactic 450 BP 450 AW version 2, and this is a big bag. Now, you may have seen version 1, and a lot of YouTubers used to use this bag. People like Peter McKinnon, Matty Poya, all those kind of guys, they use this bag. I got it because it's very versatile. It's a solid bag. It's a hard shell. I got it for the protection and for how much stuff it can hold. Now, believe it or not, I've actually filled up this camera bag and I don't really have a lot of space in it, and I kind of need more space. And I'll tell you where the problems with that is. But let's just go over a brief overview of the bag. Externally, it's a very rough, rugged material. It is water repellent, but it does also come with a waterproof pouch at the back, which kind of just slips over the bag, which is super useful. I'll show you how that works in a moment. And that tucks away nicely in the bottom, which I like. Yeah, really rough and rugged. It's got all of these, it's like a, I don't know how you pronounce it, mole pouch, like these straps across the front, where it means that you can attach a lot of things to this bag. And online, there's a lot of different attachments that you can purchase for this bag, which you can hang off the front. Or if you just type in tactical bag attachments, there's loads of attachments for this that can fit on this bag, which is really useful because Lowepro's attachments are pretty expensive. Yeah, pretty expensive for what they are, and I've kind of found other attachments for cheaper. Okay, there's also some pockets on here. So we've got our front pocket at the top over here, so I can access the top, and it's quite a deep pouch, and I've got like loads of GoPro stuff in here right now. It's not really organized very well. I haven't really made this super nice and aesthetic looking for YouTube because I'm going to show you how I'm actually using this bag. I've got my side pocket over here, which is where I keep my lens that I want to frequently use and switch over. And in this pocket over here, I can just unzip it, pull out my camera, snap, take my photos or video, whatever it is, pop it straight back in here, close, and I'm good to go. Moving on to the back of the bag. Very thick, comfortable straps. Really like these straps, super spongy. It's got a nice little chest strap over here, which is adjustable, which I do like. And we also have a removable waist strap over here, and I do like the removable waist strap. I think that's a very useful thing, which I will use. We've also got a pass-through for luggage in case, you know, you're in the airport and you want to pop your sort of luggage handle through this, which is great. Although not really applicable to us because we're using backpacks. And then, yeah, again, very comfortable bag, and you can see here, I don't know if the camera's picking this up, but there's like little pockets, empty pockets here, which allow for air circulation, which is really nice. Okay, again, this is a back opening bag, which I am a fan of. Big sturdy zips, I like that, very easy to unzip, and here we go. Okay, this bag is very full, and this is how I have my bag set up. I'm going to talk about the first thing in here so that I can quickly switch over and tell you exactly what I got. So the M50 I've swapped out, and instead I've gone for the Sony A7 series Mark III, which is right here. And this camera I absolutely love. The video quality coming out of this is phenomenal. The 4K 24 frames per second is amazing. The low light capability of this is phenomenal. I'm comparing this to the M50. I know that this is a 3-year-old camera, but it's still extremely capable. In comparison to my M50, this is worlds better. I would have gone for the A7 III, but that's really expensive, and I couldn't justify spending that much money on that camera. And I know a lot of you are going to say, you know, you spent so much money on the lenses, and I'm going to show you what the lenses are that I got. Why didn't you buy cheaper lenses and go for a more expensive body? Well, the reason I didn't do that is because the lenses don't really come down in value that much. These lenses, if you look after them, last a lifetime. And I wanted to invest in some nice lenses because the camera bodies go down in price. You know, I got this camera body for a very good price. I got it for £1,200 off a website called eInfinity, and that was great because usually this retails at like £1,800. So yeah, I got it for a really good price. Battery life is phenomenal on it. I did buy some spare batteries. One thing that I don't like, my biggest gripe with this camera, is the fact that I don't have 4K 60 or 4K 120. That's a problem for me. Also, this screen is only a little pivot out screen. This is not great for me. I really have gotten used to the flip out screen. Like right now, I keep looking over at the screen because I can see what's in frame, what looks okay. Here, I have no idea. I can't tell what I'm shooting. I kind of just have to hold the camera and hope that I'm actually in frame. So yeah, that's that. But besides that, it's fine. The lens that I went for the Sony 16-35 G Master f2.8 lens. Fantastic lens, so sharp. The autofocus is amazing, smooth, buttery smooth focus and zoom, which is just great. Also, for the strap, I'm using the Peak Design strap, which, you know, everyone uses the Peak Design strap. I thought I'll see what it's like, and it's great. I love it. Super easy to use. But let me now switch over the camera so that way we've got better video quality, shall we? And hopefully better audio, because I will use the M50 as sort of like a B camera, and I'll have the mic set up here so you can hear me better. All right, so I'll see you in a second. Peace. All right, so hopefully this is a better angle and this camera looks way better. I am filming in 4K as opposed to the 1080. The 1080 footage that you saw earlier, I upscaled to 4K. And yeah, it's a much wider lens as well, which is pretty cool. And yeah, so let's see how we go. But again, I can't really see. It's really awkward with this because I can't see myself unless I get an external monitor and all this kind of stuff, which is not great for run and gun, but hey ho, that is what it is. All right, so I showed you what's in that pocket over here. Now, moving on to this pocket just here, which is the other side access. And over here, I've got my 70-200 G Master Mark II f2.8 lens. This right here is just a beautiful piece of glass. It is absolutely incredible. So sharp. Again, it's buttery smooth. You know, I can turn the focus wheel and everything with just the lightest touch, and the zoom wheel and the focus wheel with just the lightest touch. The image stabilization on it is great, and yeah, it's fantastic. I absolutely love this lens, and we got this lens for our little trip that we're doing. And again, I'm later on in the videos, well, if you are a subscriber of mine and you're following my life, I will post a video about why I got this equipment later, because we've got something exciting to tell you about. Okay, moving on. In the bag, so the next pocket down over here, I've got all my battery chargers. So here I've got my drone, my DJI Mini 2 battery charger. I've also got my little GoPro battery charger with a couple more batteries inside of it. I've also got things like the battery charger for the M50 and for the Sony A7 III in here. Okay, then moving on to this pocket over here, we have got ND filters, and these ND filters are for my drone. Now these ND filters I got from Amazon, and they are the Sony FE ND filters. You know, I bought them, they weren't that expensive, but honestly, these ND filters are pretty good. They do the job. I've used them a couple of times, and yeah, they work fantastic. The footage I get from my drone with these is amazing. Next up, we have the drone itself, which is so tiny. Look at how tiny this drone is. I love the Mavic Mini 2. I think it's extremely powerful drone. The fact that I can legally fly this because it's under 250 grams is incredible. 4K footage out of this is fantastic. You've seen some of the drone footage and some of my previous videos, and this thing is absolutely yeah, such a powerful little tool. It's insane how far technology has come. So that's that. The one thing I do hate about this though is the controller. The controller for this is huge. Like, why is it this big? I feel like it shouldn't be this big. Yeah, it's literally bigger than the actual drone itself, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So DJI, if you can, make this smaller please, because it's so big. And yeah, it's just so big. Okay, so that's my drone stuff there. Then what I've done is I've also created like a little partition here with the little pads. And in here, I've also purchased the Zion, however you say it, the Weeble S. And it's great. You know, I do like it. It's tiny. I love the fact that the arms lock, so it makes balancing this super easy, and it also makes transporting this really good because it doesn't mess around. Now, the problem that I have with this is the shape is kind of awkward. So when I put it in here, it ever so slightly protrudes over the top. It's just a bit too wide when you're laying it in there, and it kind of hits into our back, and I don't know what that's doing to the motor. It probably can't be good. So yeah, there's nothing I can really do about that, unfortunately, but that's that. Okay, and then moving on, in here is where I've just stuffed a load of things in here. I've got my batteries. So here I've got these battery cases where I've got my the Mini 2 batteries. I've got the drone batteries in here, and I've got 3 of those. And I got 2 of them because I also keep my A7 III batteries in here, and I'm going to get some more batteries, so I will have at least 4 spare for that. So that's in there. I've also got my GoPro Hero 9, and this GoPro Hero 9 is fantastic. I love the fact that this one has got a screen on the front, just so I can see what it is that I'm shooting, so actually what it is that I'm looking at, and that screen on the front is just a game changer, to be honest with you. The fact that I can see everything is it's great. Right now I've actually got an ND filter in here, and I'll show you those in a second. Okay, and so the ND filters I was talking about are these. I can't remember what the brand name was for these ND filters. Let me just double check. Oh yeah, these are the newer ND filters, and they're pretty good. I've also got the original GoPro lens that I'm just storing in here as well. But yeah, the ND filters, these are an absolute must. These are a game changer again with the GoPro. By the way, sorry if I'm really sniffling a lot. I've got allergies, and yeah, feeling super sniffly today. And then still on the inside again, there's a lot of space in here. I still haven't even filled this out completely. I've got all of my mounts. I've also got my chest strap here for the GoPro, which is cool. And then I've also got some like camera cleaning stuff. But do you know what? I need to get a proper camera cleaning kit for this camera, because these lenses are quite expensive and I don't want to damage them, and I need to maintain them and look after them. So I'm going to put all this stuff back. Moving on to what we've got in here. So starting in the top pocket, this is going to be like my sort of backing up storage pocket. So I have got 2 SanDisk Extreme 1 terabyte SSDs, super fast, shockproof, waterproof, dustproof kind of thing. They're really, really good. Yeah, the SanDisk Extreme portable SSDs, these are really cool. I actually got 2 of them, so I've got 2 terabytes of storage to back up my footage. And to transfer the data, I got this Anker Power Expand adapter for my micro SD and SD cards. Can go in there, USB-C connected. Moving on into here, I've got a little light, because you never know when a light will be useful. Here I've got an ND filter for the Canon M50. This is a variable ND filter, if I can open the case. Yeah, this is a variable ND filter. Really nice little piece of kit here. I love it. It's cheap, but it does the job. I don't really buy too expensive stuff. I say that, but this is quite an expensive bag. These are very expensive lenses. I just got this in it. I got it. It does the job for me. So that's my. Oh, by the way, this ND filter is by a company called Gobi. Here I've got a spare base plate for my tripod, which my tripod is like some cheap K&F concept tripod, but it does the job. It's good. I'm thinking about replacing the head on it, because I've got a ball head, but I'm thinking about replacing it for a fluid head so that I can get some nice smooth panning shots. And but yeah, we'll get into that later. I've got a whole load of spare cables, lots of USB-C. I'm really trying to make sure that all of my kit is USB Type-C, and yeah, because that way, you know, I only need to keep one type of cable, because cables fail, they break. So as long as I can keep, so that way I only have to keep, you know, 3 of one type of cable, as opposed to 3 of 3 different types of cables, which I find super annoying. And the absolute last thing in this bag is my SD cards. So I haven't got all my SD cards in here. I've got one 128 gig in the Sony. I've got one 128 gig in the Canon M50, and I've got one other 128 gig currently plugged into the computer. And in here I've got 6 128 gigs, and I've got 3 64 gigs. Now underneath these as well, I've also got my micro SD cards for the GoPro and for the drone, and these are my 128 gigabyte cards as well. They are all V30 cards, and yeah, V30 Speed 10 cards. Look, I know that you can get the V60s and the V90s and all that kind of stuff, but the A7 III, again, this is one of the reasons why I got the A7 III. The V60 cards and V90 cards are super expensive, like really expensive. These SanDisk 128 gig cards, I got them for like £40 each. When I wait for everything to go on sale, but I waited till they were on sale, £40 each, and I bought a load of them. But 128 gig for a, you know, V90 card, you're looking at £250. That's a lot of money. And you know, the fact that you can't really film the 4K 60 or 4K 120 without a V60 or a V90 card, for me, you know, it just seems like a bit of a hassle. And this camera's doing its job. I'm gonna find out later once, you know, I edit this and see what it's like to color grade, because also I am filming in S-Log 2, and yeah, that's that. That's literally what's in my camera bag. I haven't laid this out or organized it in a different way. I just thought, hey, it might be cool if I show people what's in my bag. But like straight away, like I pick up the bag and this is how I have it laid out. The reason why the GoPro stuff is a complete mess is because I never use it. It's such a niche thing. Whenever I live in London, I work 9 to 5 in an office. I'm never doing anything action-packed to use that GoPro, so I can just bang it all in there. The camera though, I've been using the camera to take lots of photos, these side pockets, and this is why I have laid everything out like this. Because I want quick access to my camera, I want quick access to my lens without having to take off the bag and open it all up. yeah, that's how I've laid it out, and I'm happy with it. But yeah, this isn't all the camera gear. I'm still waiting to buy a couple more things. I have got a Gorilla Pod, but I absolutely hate the Gorilla Pod. It is terrible. Never ever ever buy a Gorilla Pod. I really think it's just not good. So I'm having a look at the Mantis Pod. I'm having a look at the Peak Design Mantis Pod. That to me looks really interesting, so I'm probably going to pick that up. I also need to get an ND filter for this. I'm thinking, do I get 2 ND filters or 1? I'm thinking I might just get 1 good quality ND filter and get a step down ring for the 70-200 and just use the same ND filter. I think that should be fine. I'm going to also pick up some more SD cards, and I think that's it. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider liking and subscribing. If you want me to make any other videos about any of this equipment or how I feel about it, coming from a person who has bought all of this with his own money, the things that I do and don't like about it, and yeah, how I feel about it, just let me know. And I'll make a video, or I'll just respond to you personally and just say, hey, yeah, I like this, I don't like this, or I wish I didn't buy this. But yeah, I will see you all soon. Peace.